16. One second, boys. Should I call the others? Fine, I'll just check, let us. What was the answer for the previous one? What was the question? Calculate the value of resistance R. Is that the error coming in all other classes? Only in physics? Boys? Waste of time. What is the value of, it's 88, right?
Ma'am, can you show the next slide?
1 second. Calculate the value of the resistance. The value of R's R2 was, that's the total resistance was 5 ohms. Right? Now what is the value of, calculate this value. What is the value of R?
Ma'am, could you show the question?
Yeah. What is the value of R? Here. So if I go for this, minus 4 must be equal to minus 10 into the current is 0.2. What was R total? 5, right? 0.2 minus R into 0.2. Can you find the value of R from here? The current is flowing in the clockwise direction. All the negative will get cancelled off. Now, can you check the value of R here? What will be the value of R? Okay, fine. Let us check. What is the value of R here, boys?
Is it 5 ohm?
5? Okay. Okay, someone got 32, someone got 5. Let us see. Just calculate, boys. Let us see.
Ma'am, even I got 5.
5 ohms. Okay, fine. Anyone else have a different answer? What is the value of R, boys?
Is it 5?
It's 5. Okay. Now, what is the second part of your question? What would be the potential difference between the points? So R was, the value of R was 5. Should I do this? Boys, should I calculate others?
Yes, ma'am.
Should I do the other one? Okay. So here, minus 4. One second, boys. I'll just go for minus 4. Minus 4 is equal to minus 10 into 0.2. Just correct if I'm minus 5 into 0.2. Correct, boys? Minus r into 0.2. So minus 4 will be equal to negative of 0.2 into 10 plus 5 plus r, because I have taken all the negative sign outside. So I can write 4 by 0.2 is equal to 15 plus r. So that 40 by 2, 20. 20 is equal to 15 plus r, or I can write 5 is equal to r. So r is equal to 5 ohms. Is that fine? Now, can you find the potential difference between, what is the question? Potential difference between the point A and B. So what is the resistance, the equivalent resistance between A and B? What is the equivalent resistance between A and B? Okay.
If you find between points A and B, will it go all the
The
way
equivalent
around the
resistance between A and B is 5 ohms. The current flowing through it is 0.2 ampere.
No, ma'am.
Right? So then what will be the potential difference?
Ma'am?
The question is, what is the potential difference between the point
Ma'am?
A and B? Boys, don't take this as 5 ohm because you have an equivalent resistance, right?
Ma'am?
Shall I go for that, boys? Shall I erase this?
Ma'am?
Shall I erase the working of R is equal to 5 ohms?
Ma'am?
Shall I erase this? That's it.
Ma'am, is it 1?
Fine. So let me erase this and then we'll go for the, I'm just drawing only the part, the arm AB. Here, the current is 0.2 ampere. The equivalent resistance R total, what was R total? R total was 5 ohm. Okay, so then what is the potential difference across VAB? It is R total into 0.2 ampere. So what is that? So VAB will be equal to R total is
Jopa, if you're in class, can you tell me?
5
You're in class,
into
right?
0.2. So is it 1 volt? Is that 1 volt?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay, fine. Boys, the rest of the numerical, I'll go for the worksheet. You can do it later. Only one numerical will solve, and then I'll start with EMF of a cell. The next topic.
Ma'am.
You need to have a practice for Kirchhoff's laws. Boys, all these circuits using Kirchhoff's loop rule and junction rule you need to have. Okay. Shall I go for the next one? This is as usual. Okay, right. Copy down this. This you should have. You should understand. Copy down this was calculate the steady current to the 2 ohm resistor. Calculate. Is that things audible because the volume goes?
Ma'am.
Yes, correct, boys. No, here there is a technical problem here, boys. That's the reason.
Ma'am, for the
volume
previous question, like it showed it's -1 volt.
Minus 1 volt because the current is flowing in the clockwise direction. So it's not necessary.
Can you show the previous slide?
Ma'am, so the potential difference won't be -1, right? Or will it be -1?
So you can write it as it implies, see, that value is 1 volt, but it implies that Negative value because the current I 0.2 ampere is flowing in the clockwise direction.
I mean, the exam, if you write 1 volt, it's enough, right? Or you have to write -1 also.
Right? It's better to have both. Now, for this, calculate the steady current flowing
Ma'am?
through the 2 ohm resistor in the circuit. 1 second, yes, please. Now, keep this in mind. In such circuits, boys, in such circuit, the current will not flow across the arm where you have your capacitor. Please
Ma'am, I have a
understand.
doubt in the previous
Because,
question.
yes, sir, fine. What was that? Clear?
Ma'am, for the potential
There
difference
was?
between A and B, ma'am, you took the current all the way from A, then
I
like
think so.
A to like
Why
towards the
this
left side.
problem? Sorry, boys. I think it's so.
Ma'am, we were
Sorry,
trying to
boys.
talk during the class, but you couldn't hear us.
No, the problem is here the technical glitch comes, right? The students are not able to see the screen. Immediately, the volume cuts off, right? There is an issue, right? I'll just stop sharing. There's a problem here, boys. That's the reason the moment I'm sharing the screen, the volume gets muted. It's fine now. I have stopped sharing. Just check. Now you can hear the sound. Am I audible, boys?
Ma'am, no, you
Yes,
were
sir.
audible. Ma'am, but you couldn't hear us.
No, the reason is technically here the volume gets cut off for me.
Yeah, okay. Ma'am, no, ma'am, my doubt is, ma'am, it's the between points A and B, ma'am, we'll take the middle one, or ma'am, we'll like take the 15 resistance, or
No,
ma'am, we
not
will
15
go,
ohms. No, you shouldn't take 15 ohm resistance
no,
because
we'll take 10 R.
equivalent resistance. R total,
Okay, ma'am,
not
the
R,
right side.
not this value. R total, it's 5 ohms.
Okay, ma'am.
Here there is a problem, issues over here.
Ma'am,
Right.
sometimes
Now
there's a
look at
delay in
this.
the slide change.
Yes, boys, that's some problem. Let us check once again. Now, look at this in such circuits, wherever you have a capacitor, current will not flow through the arm where the capacitor is being placed because your capacitor blocks DC. So what you can do this is no current flows through this arm. So now how your circuit becomes? Now your circuit now turns up to be like this. It is only this much you have. Now this becomes a simple circuit. This is 2.8 ohms. This is a simple one, boy, 6 volt. Then this is 2 ohms and this is 3 ohm. This point is
Why is
A.
there no current flow?
What happened?
And why is there
No,
no
because
current?
okay, capacitor blocks DC current. Capacitor blocks. It only works when you are connecting it to an AC power supply. Blocks direct current. Because your power supply is a battery or a cell, so that sends the current, unidirectional current, direct current. So that's the reason. So now you know. Can you find the total resistance? How will you find the total resistance, boys? These two together as one single resistor, they are in parallel, and that combination will be in series with 2.8 ohms. So is that clear? So let me put as this as R2 and this combination as R1. So what is 1 by R1? 1 by R1 is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3. Right? Find that value. Then what will be R total? R1 and R2 will be connected in series. It will be R1 plus R2. Will you be able to do this? Solve this, boys. Solve what is R1. Solve R total. R1 plus R2. Who are the boys who were doing robotics in this class? Formula 1 car racing? 1, 2. Then who else? Only two of you
Minus
from here.
Austin. He was part of
Austin also.
robotics.
Okay. Who are the part of robotics? Austin and?
I'm in our class, we had another boy, but he's not in our class now.
Okay. So is he in 12C? Robotics for F1. So I think so. The science week, you people have to just to take a video clipping your project. You have to explain. So we have to send it to all across all the classes. I'll talk to you. So what is R1 plus R2? What is the value, boys? 6. LCM is 6. 5. R1 is, what is the value of R1? It will be 6 by 5 ohms. Okay, then 6 by 5 is what? 1 point? 1.2. So 1.2 plus 2.8. What will be the value? 4. Is it 4 ohms? Total resistance is 4 ohms. Okay. Now what is the battery voltage? 6 volt. Then what will be the current, boys? What will be the current? Speak up, boys. What will be the current? 6 by 4. This 3 by 2, 1.5 ampere. Just find the current. Total resistance you have as 4 ohms. The battery voltage is 6 volt. So current will be 6 by R total. That is 6 by 4 becomes equal to 3 by 2, 1.5 ampere. So I'll stop Kirchhoff laws till this, and we'll start with EMF, internal resistance, and the terminal potential difference of a cell. So totally a new topic. So shall I go for it, boys?
Ma'am, the current is 3 by 2, right?
Terminal?
Potential difference. No, I'll come back. I'll have to switch over to the next PowerPoint presentation.
Ma'am, do
What
we
is the
have to
value of
see?
the manifest? Yes?
You have to see if the current is clockwise or counterclockwise or like.
No, boys. No. This is a simple circuit. This is a simple circuit. Only when things are complicated, you can go for it. Right? So I'll go for this. I'll share the next one. 1 second, guys. Is the PowerPoint visible, boys? Is the slide point visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll start with this. So you have studied about your primary cells in chemistry. You have studied about voltaic cells, the simple cells. When you have two metal electrodes dipped in an electrolytic solution. Yes. Okay. So here we'll see what is meant by the internal resistance of a cell. Then what are the factors that are going to affect the internal resistance of a cell? What is meant by terminal potential difference and the EMF of a cell? There is a difference between these two. Then what happens when cells are connected in parallel? What happens when cells are connected in series? I think most of the boys who were doing the experiment in laboratory, right? You have been using a battery. Battery is a combination of cells. How are the cells connected in a battery? Series. Yeah. So why series connection is preferred? You should understand, right? We don't connect the cells in parallel. We are connecting all your cells in series. So now what is the reason for connecting the cells in series? So we'll understand what happens when cells are connected in series and cells are connected in parallel. So this is totally a new topic. You're dealing with the EMF of a cell, internal resistance of a cell, and terminal potential difference, right, boys? Cells, subheading, cells, EMF means electromotive force. Something that is motivating the electrons to move, which constitute the current. Cells, EMF is electromotive force, the force which motivates the electrons. Cells, comma EMF, comma internal resistance. One important concept which is often checked in your board papers: cells, EMF, internal resistance. Now you know that what is a cell. A cell has three parts. It has electrodes, a positive terminal and a negative terminal, then an electrolyte, a chemical solution. A combination of two or more cells is called a battery. Now, all these things you very well know about it, right, boss? Whenever I'm having a cell, there are two types of cells, primary cells and secondary cells. Primary cells are one which are non-rechargeable. Once it's completely used, you have to replace it. But secondary cells are one which are rechargeable. I think you better know about these cells, secondary cells. In cars, do we use these cells? Secondary cells do you use in cars?
Yes, ma'am.
Internal resistance of a cell. I just want to ask you, now listen boys, this is a basic cell, electrochemical cell. You have two metal electrodes dipped in electrolytic solution, right? Say your electrolytic solution. Two drops of sulfuric acid. Copper sulfate is an electrolytic solution. Now, why do you add a few drops of sulfuric acid, dilute sulfuric? Yes, because you want this electrolytic solution to dissociate into its constituent ions. Now, look at this. These two electrodes, right? One is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. The other one is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. The electrode which is connected to the positive terminal of the battery is called, to the negative terminal of the battery is called a cathode. Now current starts flowing through the circuit. Now external circuit, which is your external circuit, boys? For external circuit, the current is flowing through the external circuit. What constitutes the flow of current in the external circuit? What constitutes the flow of current in the external circuit?
The battery.
So what constitutes? Now, I'm asking your current, the current flows, right? The flow of current is due to positive ions, electrons, or what is it?
I'm moving of electrons.
Movement of electrons, right? The movement of electrons, right? In this connecting wire, the wire which connects anode and cathode, the movement of electrons along these along the wire constitutes your current. Now, what constitutes the current inside the electrolytic cell? Was externally, anode and cathode are connected by connecting wires, right? The flow of electrons along these connecting wire constitutes an electric current. But look internally inside the cell, are your anode and cathode connected directly? Was inside the electrolytic cell, is are anode and cathodes connected directly? Okay, then the conducting, what constitutes the conducting part? Yes.
Electrolyte.
Conducting part is electrolyte. Okay, conducting part. Okay, conducting part is electrolytic solution. What makes the current to flow? Is it the movement? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Ma'am, the movement of ions.
Movement of ions. Movement of ions was the movement of ions. Your positive sulfate ion, SO4 2 minus, that will move towards your anode, Cu2 plus. Copper ion will move towards your cathode. The movement of ions inside the electrolytic solution constitute the current internally. Externally, it is the flow of electrons through the connecting wires. Internally, inside the electrolytic solution, the movement of ions towards the respective electrodes constitute the electric current. Now, are these ions free to move? That's the question. Do these ions are capable of moving freely within the electrolytic solution? The answer is no. There is some resistance offered by the electrolytic solution to the flow of these ions, and this resistance offered by the electrolytic solution to the flow of the ions is called what we call it as internal resistance of a cell. Is that clear, boys? Please write internal resistance of a cell, the resistance offered by the electrolyte of a cell to the flow of ions. It's not the current, the flow of ions.
Ma'am, don't we need to write the previous slides?
No need, boys. The resistance offered by the electrolyte of a cell to the flow of ions between its electrodes is called the internal resistance of the cell. Is called the resistance offered by the electrolyte of a cell to the flow of ions between its electrodes is called the internal resistance of a cell. Okay. Now, what are the factors that are going to affect the internal resistance? Nature of the electrolyte, which means the concentration of the electrolyte. The concentration of the electrolyte increases, then the internal cell resistance will decrease. Directly proportional to the concentration of the electrolyte, directly proportional to the distance between the electrodes, inversely proportional to the area of the electrodes, increases with a decrease in temperature of the electrolyte and nature of the electrolyte. Copy down, boys. Your chemistry teacher told that tomorrow morning session you will be having practicals, because physics you have done only one. Correct? I don't know. I'll just check with her. Are you having chemistry period? It becomes 4 periods tomorrow if she's taking. Okay. Boys, copy down. Copy down. And then you can go for your break. Nature of the electrolyte, proportional to the concentration of the electrolyte, directly proportional to the distance between them, inversely proportional to the area of the electrodes, increases with decrease in temperature of the electrolyte. Why this is important? Because of your practicals. During your practical examination, you're going to deal with a cell in most of the experiment. So Viva based questions will be based on this. They will surely ask what are the factors which affects the internal resistance of a cell. You're having at least 3 to 4 experiments which are based on these electrolytic cells. So this part becomes all what you're going to learn under cell. You have to concentrate, because that becomes a part of your Viva questions in your practical examination, boys. Those who have completed can leave. Those who have completed can leave the. Thank you, boys.
Thank you, ma'am.